This is Brandon Taylor, and this is my presentation for CECS 5580, my academic program tracker portfolio. For this class, we are supposed to propose a way to have a potential employer look at our portfolio and go back and look at basically what we can do. We're supposed to start off with a 30-second elevator pitch. So here's my pitch. I would tell them, my name is Brandon Taylor. I've got a lot of experience in accounting. I also have a master's degree in learning management systems, and I would like to be able to show you my portfolio to show you what I can do. I'm a very motivated individual. I'm up to learning new things, and I've been in school for 12 years just to prove that I can do it, and now I'd like to show you what I can do. So this is my portfolio. It's got my website, my email address on there, and then it's got the rubric. The first thing I'd like to go over, and it's at the bottom over here, is my resume. Attached is a resume that highlights what I've accomplished in my professional life, so that that you or a potential employer can gain a better understanding of who I am. Again, if you click on this link right here, you can see that I've got all my information on it. I've got my address, my home address, where I live, my phone number, my contact email, my professional experience, what I've done from June 2008 to present, and where I'm at now, and then of course all the different job titles I've had working for my current job, the job before that, and then even got my first job when I was still in high school. I've got my education here, my high school, my associate's, bachelor, undergrad, and of course my master's degree. I've also got additional skills highlighted here, what stuff that I've worked in and that I'm good at that I can provide or be an asset as well. And on the last part, I've got my professional organizations that I'm involved in. I've got a blog that I've posted all my schoolwork on. I've got a web design created for the master's program, and I've got my LinkedIn profile page. So this gives the employer just a good idea of who I am and where I come from. The second thing I'd like to go over is back up here at the top, and I can't control the order this is in, so the cover letter would be the next thing. Again, it's got my contact information at the top, and this is just a brief overview of a good attention grabber quote, and then again what kind of asset I can be, what kind of thing the way I can provide to the organization that may be looking at me. So this is just a good brief cover letter that goes over that information. The second thing I would like to go over are my writing samples, or the third thing. The first one would be the first writing sample I did on cyberbullying. This was my first major paper. It's got an abstract to it, and then it's a long paper talking about the side effects of cyberbullying and what it can do to someone. It was a very interesting research paper that I did because I didn't realize how much of a problem it really is. But cyberbullying can be harmful to people, and it can do more damage than people realize. So it's just kind of like an eye-opening paper that I did to help get a good understanding of what this overlooked problem is. The second research paper I'd like to go over is one that I did. The second big formal writing paper was animal testing. This paper goes over is it okay to test on animals? And it's a research paper, and it's not leaning one way or the other on the positives and negatives of animal research. I did a lot of research for this project. I've got many references, and again, another eye-opening research paper that I did that kind of gives the positives and negatives of research papers. So it's a good thing to read over, look over, and kind of gives an employer that shows the skills that I can contribute to when I'm going to do research. The last thing is a methods paper. This was a research paper that we did. It was just a quick experiment that we went over for learning technology, the different forms of learning technology, and the advantages of what they are, the online meetings, and did some research on this as well to provide on what kind of benefits learning technology can be. After the papers, I'd like to get into the instructional design samples that I created while I was doing my master's degree and creating this portfolio. The first instructional design sample was probably the most fun I had doing, just because I got to do a bunch of different samples. Here is my cover page. This is just a regular HTML cover page that we designed. It kind of makes the employer or whoever's looking at it go, this isn't that impressive. But as soon as they click on the first assignment, well, I say that the first assignment was in HTML2 just to, I mean, it was a good starter point. But when you get to the second assignment, it kind of eye-opening. It's like, wow, it went from that to this. So we did a bunch of building websites that we basically added a little bit more, a few more elements to each process of the design process. And this was my very first CSS project. It's just the best golf courses, has researched the world's best, United States best, Texas best, and somebody can go through here and look at the nationally ranked and locally ranked golf courses. The second assignment or third assignment is on the best and worst places to live. And again, it's just building off the first project and adding a few more elements. There's some interactive maps involved where the person can actually click within the front page. The top movies, because I was trying to find stuff that I'm interested in. World domestic, it just kind of goes over. It's an interesting website. I go to Box Office Mojo just to look at this kind of stuff. And the fifth assignment was traveling. It's a good website if you're ever interested in challenging, and you can actually click on this and it takes you to an outside resource of information on the Eiffel Tower. It's another little cool thing I learned while I was doing this, and this is kind of relevant maybe because of all the Paris stuff going on. But we can go back here, and then the last part, of course, is my email address. Going back to my instructional designs, I've got another one here, 5110. This was the first part. It's a Microsoft PowerPoint. I don't want to open it right at this time because it's a long process, and I don't want to get involved in it. But you can click on that, look at that PowerPoint. This was the second project that we did for this course. It was again another PowerPoint, pretty cool to look at. And the third or the last instructional design sample was for 5510, and this part of it is a Canvas course. This Canvas course, I can go in here and look at it and kind of show you, and I can actually go in this way and I'll just look at it. Yeah, I really don't want to enroll in my own course, but they can basically go here and look at this Canvas course that I set up. So the Canvas course was the big combination, the pinnacle of the course. This is where we took our instruction design and put it in an actual course for people to actually take. So it's really cool. It provides people with the way to take my course and actually do what I'm trying to teach them, and it comes with assessments and different discussion posts, but it's a fully function 40 to 45 hour course. So I'm still actually working on that class, and hope to get a good grade. This is my portfolio, and if you have any questions, I'll take those questions now, and I will hopefully be able to upload this as my final presentation. Thanks again for your time, and I hope to see you guys again in the future. Thanks.